Master C.V.V. Namaskars to your lotus feet. నాలోన కలవెల్గునా పరిసరముల మరి రూపమున కనపట్టుగాక నాయుచరించడి నాదమా వెల్గుగా వినిపించి కనిపించి వెలయుగాక నాలోన వెలుపల ఏలు నిశ్శబ్దంబు ప్రేమగా సాక్షాత్కరించుగాక మా కంఠ శబ్దాల చీకట్లు వెల్గుగా కరగించి అది మమ్ము కలుపుగాక తెలివికిని సద్గుణముల బలము గూర్చి నా ప్రణాళిక విశ్వ ప్రణాళిక గను వ్యాప్తమై విశ్వమూర్తి రూపంబునందు నిలుచుగావుత శాశ్వత నిలయమగుచు. Namaskaram, Master E.K. Good morning to all of my friends. Till 3 days, we learned about the useful drugs to treat patients who are suffering with typhoid fever, depending upon the symptoms of the patient. Today, we will proceed further and try to complete this chapter. Listen to me carefully. One of the most useful drugs to treat typhoid patients is acid fast. Symptoms develop slowly. The patient is physically fit but mentally weak. He cannot think, forget the names of people, cannot understand immediately what others ask, cannot answer them, and glares with a blank face, or he will answer slowly. Mental fatigue starts like this and slowly turns into physical weakness. He has a brown coated tongue and distant abdomen. Diarrhea sets in and the patient does not get physically weak in spite of frequent stools. Excessive loss of blood or other vital fluids from the body mark this patient. Gradually, he loses consciousness. When indicated, one dose of acid fast 200 C should be given as the remedy. If required, a second dose of acid fast 200 C can be given after 48 hours. From the next day onwards, we should use ferrum fast 6x as the follow-up and continue the treatment till the patient is cured. Note: if bleeding is prominent, we should give acid fast 3 or 4 times in a period of 48 hours instead of using acid fast 200. Muriatic acid. The patient is very much debilitated, physically suffers from severe exhaustion and peculiarity. He has no mental exhaustion. The lower jaw hangs down and there is involuntary urination and stool. Patient gets easily exhausted and cannot move and slides in bed due to this exhaustion. He cannot answer when questioned. There is bleeding in stools, painless bleeding from the rectum. When these symptoms are present, one dose of muriatic acid 200 C should be given as the remedy. If required, a second dose can be given in the same potency after 48 hours. From the next day onwards, we should use ferrum fast 6x as the follow-up and continue treatment till the patient is cured. The next useful drug is phosphorus. Fever, restlessness, burning sensation all over the body, severe thirst for cool drinks, unquenchable thirst even after taking water a number of times, vomitings occurring immediately after taking water or cool drinks, watery stool, stools continuous as if the anus is wide open, lungs filled with phlegm, cough and cadaveric smell from the body, characterize phosphorus in typhoid treatment. When indicated, 1 dose of phosphorus 200C should be given as the remedy. In general, there will be no need to repeat this remedy. From the next day onwards, we should use ferrum phos 6X as the follow-up and continue the treatment till the patient is cured. Helleborus, white-coated tongue with red spots in the tip, aggravation of fever and other symptoms between 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. Alteration of conscious and unconscious states indicate Helleborus. The patient continuously moves one hand and leg in unconscious state and can never move those of the opposite side. Urine is suppressed. Urine output is reduced. When the above symptoms are present, 1 dose of Helleborus 200C should be given as the remedy. We should never repeat or change the remedy or the treatment protocol for 24 hours after giving this remedy. If we do so, it would be fatal for the patient and he may die. From the next day onwards, we should use ferrum phos 6X as the follow-up and continue the treatment till the patient is cured. Crotalus. In the patients requiring crotalus in typhoid fever, skin turns yellow. All the serous membranes swell and become tender and hence are painful. Capillaries of the eye appear bright and are ready to bleed. Blood in stools, urine in red color, alteration of unconscious state and conscious state are the prominent symptoms indicating crotalus. When those symptoms are present, 1 dose of crotalus 200C should be given as the remedy. Generally, there will be no need to repeat this remedy. From the next day onwards, we should use ferrum phos 6X as the follow-up and continue the treatment till the patient is cured. Sulfur. Generally, when we treat typhoid, it becomes necessary to use sulfur as an intercurrent remedy. At times, there will be a need to use 2 or 3 doses of sulfur 6C when the indicated remedy fails to relieve the patient. From the next day onwards, we should use ferrum phos 6X as the follow-up and continue the treatment till the patient is cured. Tuberculinum. Tuberculinum is required in 2 contexts in the treatment of typhoid. 1. When the indicated remedy fails to cure. 2. When the indicated remedy functions well but the patient suffers from severe cough, weakness, emaciation and mild fever during the recovery period. In these 2 instances, 1 dose of tuberculinum 200C should be given. If required, a second dose can be given after 15 days. During the other days, ferrum phos 6X should be given as the follow-up twice a day. Suggested food after getting normal. Once typhoid is cured and the patient is gradually coming to normalcy, the following food is suggested. Only liquid foods should be given for 2 days once fever comes to normal. Solid foods should necessarily be avoided. On the 3rd day, we should prepare porridge with rice. For this, rice is fried, ground and boiled in water. This can be mixed with fresh buttermilk. We should check whether temperature recurs or not. If temperature does not rise, we can give rice prepared from fried grain. We can use easily digestible vegetables like snake gourd, fried mildly in ghee, and soup made of pepper and fresh buttermilk. We should not use chili powder, red chilies or green chilies for typhoid patients for a period of 2 weeks since the time fever has comes to normal. Instead of chilies, pepper can be used. 3. Dry dates and raisins can be used frequently. 4. When appetite is improved, idli and items cooked on vapor can be given for breakfast. 5. Fruit juice, Horlicks and milk can also be given. Thank you all. With this, I have completed the treatment for acute diseases. Swasti prajabhyah paripalayantam nyayena margena mahim mahishah go brahmanebhyah shubhamastu nityam lokas samasta sukhino bhavantu lokas samasta sukhino bhavantu lokas samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.